Specters of the mind, the clash between demonic shadows and the light of scientific truth. In the dim recesses of history, where fear and ignorance held sway, the human mind was often a battleground struggling against unseen demons that ravaged the soul. The concept of mental illness, shrouded in a haze of superstition and dread, was relegated to the realm of the paranormal, a twisted tapestry weaved with the threads of dark spirits, demonic possession, and ancient curses. Such beliefs cast long shadows over those who suffered, as society shunned the afflicted, branding them not merely as unwell, but as vessels of malevolence, imprisoned within their own tormented minds. Imagine a world where the truth remains hidden, obscured by the fog of fear. In that age, when the heart quickens and the mind spirals downward, the desperate cries of the afflicted are often met with suspicion and scorn. In dimly lit chambers, the shrieks of the tortured echo off stone walls, reverberating through the corridors of belief in demons that whisper poison into the ears of the living. To the untrained eye, madness was but a visitation from malevolent forces, a punishment for transgressions, or a sign of divine wrath. Yet, just as dawn breaks upon the darkest of nights, so too did understanding begin to emerge. The scientific process, a beacon of hope, illuminated the darkened paths once cloaked in superstition. With the torchlight of inquiry held high, brave souls ventured into the chaotic wilderness of the human mind. They sought not only to challenge the spectral forces of old but to embrace the intricate design of biology, psychology, and society that intertwine to shape human behavior. As the first pioneers of psychiatric science gathered their instruments and pored over their notes, they were met with a cacophony of disbelief and mockery. Still, they pressed on, challenging the status quo. A new narrative was born, a mantra of compassion that honored the complexity of mental illness. Disease and disorder revealed themselves not as punishments inflicted by vengeful specters but as legitimate afflictions grounded in our very biology, influenced by a myriad of factors ranging from genetics to the tapestry of trauma one endures. Through a systematic study, these modern-day adventurers of the mind unveiled the biochemical dance of neurotransmitters, the silencing pinch of trauma, and the heavy burdens of stress. Light poured into the crevices of despair, shedding clarity upon the misunderstood. They established that the road to healing requires not the exorcism of demons but understanding and intervention. The battle could no longer be won with chants and ceremonies, rather, it demanded the compassionate touch of psychology, the promise of medication, and the healing salve of therapy. Yet, in this clash between ancient beliefs and modern understanding, tension still simmers. The remnants of those primal fears linger in the shadows, insisting that the veiled truths of the human experience continue to defy rational inquiry. Mystics and charlatans still beckon to the desperate and the weak, offering salvation through their ethereal practices. And for some, the specter of mental illness is an enigma that feels cosmic and mysterious, far beyond the grasp of empirical science. But, as we tread this precarious line, we must remember that true empowerment lies in knowledge. To combat the demons that threaten to engulf those who suffer, we must stand together at the precipice of understanding. With empathy as our sword and science as our shield, we beckon all those who suffer to walk into the light, a light forged by centuries of exploration and discovery. As the drama unfolds, we embrace the truth that mental illness is not an abyss from which there is no return, but rather a complex maze that can be navigated with determination and support. The specters of the mind may whisper sweet lies of hopelessness, but the chorus of science, compassion, and collective human effort sings a more powerful tune, a melody of healing, hope, and triumph over the darkness. Thus, in the grand theatrical performance of life, let us cast aside the shadows of ignorance and embrace the bold script of understanding. Let us confront the demons our ancestors feared with courage, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to illuminate the path toward healing and redemption. The battle is not between good and evil, but rather a relentless pursuit of truth, compassion, and the unwavering human spirit, soaring triumphantly against the backdrop of what once was merely a haunting crescendo of despair. Please show your support by clicking the thumbs up icon and subscribing. For further details on my book Rise Above, a guide for Gen Z on overcoming anxiety and depression, please check the link provided either nearby or below this video. Your backing is greatly appreciated, and I hope you have a wonderful day.